Kendall Jenner discusses pregnancy and motherhood. I feel so young. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. People have been talking for years about whether Kendall Jenner is going to have a baby. The topic comes up a lot, especially when she's in a relationship, like when she was with Bad Bunny. Many fans always seem to ask the same question: when is Kendall going to have a baby? Her siblings Kylie, Khloe, and Rob have all become parents. Even though Kim and Kourtney were already moms, seeing Kylie and Rob, who are younger, become parents made people wonder even more about Kendall. She is the only one of Kris Jenner's kids who hasn't had a child yet. That fact alone makes people keep bringing it up, as if she is the last piece in the puzzle. It may surprise some people, but Kendall has actually talked about this topic before. In fact, she's mentioned it more than once. She knows that people are curious, and she doesn't shy away from sharing how she really feels about it. When people talk about the Kardashian-Jenner family, they often say they can't relate to them. That's because the whole family is rich, famous, and lives a very different lifestyle than most people. They were already wealthy even before their reality show made them global celebrities. But among them all, Kendall seems to be the one people can relate to a little more. While it's true that she is a supermodel who travels the world and works with top fashion brands, that's not what makes her relatable. What sets her apart is that she deals with anxiety, something many people understand and experience too. And more importantly, she hasn't had kids yet, unlike her siblings who have all become parents. That part of her life makes some people feel like she's a little closer to how most others live. She has said in the past that she enjoys the freedom of not having any children. She enjoys her life just the way it is, and she hasn't felt the need to change that yet. In May 2024, during an interview for a cover story with Vogue, Kendall talked more openly about how she feels about not being a parent yet. She said that when she was younger, she used to think she would have kids by the time she turned 27. That goal made sense at the time because many people in her generation, the millennials, also thought that was a good age to start having children. It was like a common idea that being 27 meant you were ready to settle down and start a family. But time went by, and Kendall recently turned 29. And now that she's past that age, she realizes that she still feels young. She said this herself in the interview. She feels like she still has a lot of time and that she's enjoying her life without any children. She used the phrase, kidless freedom, which really shows how she feels at the moment. For her, not having a child right now gives her the space and freedom to live the life she wants. She doesn't feel rushed or pressured to do things just because others expect her to. Back in December 2023, there were once again rumors going around that Kendall might be pregnant. These kinds of rumors seem to come up often, and Kendall decided to clear things up in her own way. She posted some photos on Instagram where she was holding a glass of wine. She even wrote in the caption that it was just her and her wine again. That might not seem like a big deal to some, but to those who were spreading the rumors, it was a clear message. Drinking alcohol during pregnancy can cause serious health problems for a baby, so people who are pregnant usually don't drink. When Kylie was expecting her second child, one of the hints was that she pretended to take a drink in public, but it wasn't real. So when Kendall showed herself drinking, it was her way of showing that she wasn't pregnant. It was her simple and classy way of shutting down the rumors without making a big fuss about it. Later in September 2024, Kendall was seen at a big fashion event. She went to the Bottega Veneta fashion show, which was part of Milan Fashion Week. She looked confident and stylish as always. Events like this show that Kendall is still very focused on her career. She continues to walk the runway and work with some of the biggest names in fashion. Her work keeps her busy and fulfilled, and it's clear that she still enjoys it. Another moment that showed how people like to joke about Kendall and pregnancy happened in 2023 during the 4th season of The Kardashians. In one episode, a producer jokingly asked her how her pregnancy was going. It was clearly a joke because she wasn't pregnant at all. Still, it showed that people around her sometimes like to tease her about it. Instead of getting annoyed, Kendall handled it well. It was also nice for viewers to hear her talk about something different from her usual struggles with anxiety. Speaking of her anxiety, that's another thing Kendall has opened up about in the past. She has talked about how difficult it can be for her to deal with it. It affects many areas of her life. She has even shared that her anxiety can sometimes make simple things feel overwhelming. That's part of why she takes her time with big life decisions like starting a family. She wants to feel fully ready before making that kind of change. In the second season of The Kardashians, on Hulu, there was a moment where her mom, Kris Jenner, brought up the topic again. Kris has always been excited about becoming a grandmother many times over, and she seems eager for Kendall to join that list too. During that season, Kris even suggested that Kendall should consider freezing her eggs. She was quite pushy about it, as mothers sometimes can be when they're really excited about grandchildren. But Kendall responded in a very mature and thoughtful way. In a confessional moment on the show, she talked directly to the camera about how she felt. She said that there are still many things she wants to figure out before she can welcome a child into her life. She's not saying she never wants to be a parent, but right now just isn't the right time. She made it clear that she is happy with how things are. She enjoys her life and doesn't feel the need to rush into anything. She said, "I'm still enjoying life on my own," and added that she's perfectly okay with that. That kind of honesty is refreshing. It shows that Kendall is thinking carefully about her future. She's not letting pressure from others change what she wants for herself. Even with the whole world watching, she's staying true to her own timing. Many fans respect her for that. In a world where people often feel like they must meet certain milestones by a certain age, Kendall is showing that it's okay to do things differently. It's okay to wait. It's okay to take your time. She is showing that being successful and happy doesn't have to include being a parent right away. And of course, there's nothing wrong with choosing to be a parent either. Her siblings have chosen that path, and they seem happy. But Kendall's story reminds people that it's not the only path. Everyone moves through life at their own pace. Some people become parents in their 20s, others in their 30s or 40s, and some choose not to have kids at all. What matters most is making the right choice for yourself, not what others think you should do. Kendall has built a strong career. She travels, models, and runs her own business. She also keeps her personal life fairly private compared to the rest of her family. Even when she was dating Bad Bunny, she didn't talk much about it in public. That privacy helps her keep some peace in her life. She's already under so much attention, and keeping some things just for herself probably helps her feel more grounded. She's also someone who seems to enjoy the simple things. Even though she's rich and famous, she likes to ride horses, spend time with friends, and relax at home. These moments of peace are probably very important to her, especially with her anxiety. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.